The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway.
This guy, Lorenzo Insigne, is a very fine player, Peter.
Certainly had his fair share of plaudits lately.
And he's deserved them all. He's so prolific on that left wing. And while he does have the vision and intelligence to play in other attacking positions, it's out wide where he feels most at home.
Decent chance! Chance here to counter. Ricci cuts out the pass. Messi. Amrabat. Haaland. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Has a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Neymar. Now it's Owen. Ambitious ball here. And he's straight offside. Marquinhos. Van de Ven. Good effort from distance. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, good take in a good area. They want to be quick to recover this. This time, surely! Oh, it's hit the post. Bastoni. Looking for the run. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. It's Neymar! There it is! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't...
Chance! And he hits the net! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
That's a shade optimistic. Cannavaro. And it's Insigne. Guardiola does really well to win the ball there. Haaland. Ricci. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Climbs up big! Goal! Milan! And the comeback is complete. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty...
And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Chu gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Van de Ven. And here's Haaland. Oh, it's a promising build-up. Messi! Now, oh, he's been... And it's come back out to him. Oh, taken with style. And they're at it again in double quick time. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
3 minutes added time.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, it's
Neymar! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Delivered with swing.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Xavi Alonso. And he's had a hit! Oh, that was a brilliant save. And we've reached half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And he's making progress on the ball. Ricci. And he's in on goal. Driving. Can he finish? Off the post. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Well timed, excellent interception. Now, can they get him away? And he's found a way past. And there's the shot! He scores! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems...
Takes a shot! Really well taken goal. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. We have ourselves a real game here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Milan looking to pass their way through. Now that's well seen too. Chu. And he's had it nicked away. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Neymar. And he shoots! It's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Messi. And And that's been won straight back. Milan are in a tearing... He's had a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Oh, easy pickings there. Four added minutes on the board. Kukchu. No way through. Threads one in. And that is that. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Antoine Griezmann, do we still consider him, Jim, the face of French football?
Yeah, I think there's some room for debate here, Peter, but I can't think of anyone who has a more versatile style of play.
And he's just won so much, hasn't he? He might have had his fair share of disappointments in various finals, but he did win the tournament that really mattered back in 2018.
And he was outstanding in the final, an assist and...
Has a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Quality ball. Now he's got space here. Oh, super find. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Romario. First quarter of an hour gone. Plays a sharp little ball here. Shot could... There's the shot! Goal! Milan! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious. for now.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Hangs one in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Vinicius Junior, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Goes to finish! Here's a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and it's Amrabat. Good. It's Azar! It's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time! The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. Van der Ven making his 100th appearance here today, of course.
Yeah, this is the first big landmark he'll hit, Peter, so...
Big header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. It's a mighty effort! Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Haaland. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Probing pass, Van der Ven makes the interception. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Alexander-Arnold. Messi. It's their second corner of the game. Oh, smashing header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Nicely shaped ball. That has not gone well. Ricci. Van de Ven. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Azar. Good ball, good take. Mbappe. To Beckham. 30 minutes gone. Azar. And it's Ricci. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Osimhen. Guardiola gets across to intercept that. And he's chosen to go back. This might spell danger. Decent chance! In for the pieces. Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Milan have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And he's... Oh, what? Osimhen! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will...
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Please watch the screen if you have a ticket. Substitution for Milan, number 18.
And so we're off again.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Picked out brilliantly. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Mbappe. Roberto Carlos.
Such good technique.
Played in by... Oh, what a climb! They've done it! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
No, that's been intercepted. Messi. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in.
Bullish header! That's a half-decent try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That has been cut short. Now it's Mbappe. Out of play for a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Ricci, Messi. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Turns and goes back. Goes for a shot! So close to drawing level.
That was so poor, a very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
Substitution for Milan, number 4.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Alexander Arnold. Coming on the field, number
And he's
9,
been shifted off it.
number 17.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Substitutions taking place.
Ricci, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. India can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Some really good ball movement. Del Piero getting this one clear. Nice sequence of passes, this. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Milan just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, this lad, Dominic Szoboszlai, is someone I'm going to keep an eye on here.
Oh, what a mistake! Chance for a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Milan really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Jordan Henderson, and it's Ruben Neves. That's an imaginative pass. Now it's Bale. Ruben Neves. He's found a way through. Has a look and plays it forward. And that could set him on his way. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Messi. He can get that clear.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Del Piero. Borussia Dortmund looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose. If they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
He's had it taken off him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now this could be a chance. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Azar. He's making a real surge on the left. Pass is short and sharp. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Knocks it into space. Well timed, excellent interception. Oh no, this does not look good. Ruben Neves. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's well spotted. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitutions taking place.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Takes a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Milan with the corner, they're first. There's the header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Ricci is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Van Dijk plays it long. It's just beyond his reach. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Great ball, and he's in here. Messi. Borussia Dortmund are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, shooting chance! And he can clear it away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And it's Neymar. Great defending, strong and determined. Ruben Neves. Neymar. Closing in on goal. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Can he get it through? Haaland! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, at least it's earned them a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
Tries to play it through.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Milan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. And they've got rid.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly. Decent attempt at, just a little mistimed.
2 added minutes.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bastoni tries to shoot! Neymar. And that's that. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
And we come to
Well,
you
after
now
all of
with a
that,
quick
Jim, what are you
request for
thinking?
support
That's
from
a
our world
fairly
charity
demoralising loss.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Pepe may well need to be at his best. There's a power about his game, thanks to very decent pace for a big man, and he doesn't lose out much in the air either. He could prove to be a very reliable presence here.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Looking for a runner. Oh, delightful ball. And he's onside. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied. This for the lead. One 0, never any doubt. Not much more than a formality.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Goes looking wide. And it's Messi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Ricci. Amrabat. Haaland. And the pass is intercepted. Pepe. Oh, easy pickings there. And he's well positioned here. Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Maicon.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Maicon stood his ground strongly. Stood up well to him there. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. Messi. That's good play.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Pinches it off him.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And no, that was never going to make it. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Azar. Yamal. He's picked his way through. Maicon does really well to win the ball there. Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Marquinhos cuts out the pass.
1 minute added time.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just...
And there is the half-time whistle. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting traffic to be heavy after the final whistle today. Substitution for Milan, number 21.
the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Can he get it through? Pass somewhat off target. Face the great chance!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Tries from distance.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Substitution for Milan, number 18, Erling Haaland. Number 4, Sunil Chetri.
It's going to be another throw.
Amrabat. Coming on the field, number 11, Mbappe. Number 9, number
Camavinga.
23,
Sergio, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And the shot! Camavinga takes a shot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He's given the time to pick a pass. Hazard purring through the gears. Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Can he finish? He scored! There seemed no way back, but they are level. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. Can he finish? And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Hazard has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Nicely weighted ball. It's played through for him.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
He's beaten the last man. Messi. Looking for the run. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Played back in. Danger averted for now. That's at the end. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Barcelona.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore him.
He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal. Rodri.
Well, played right into his path. He's in a great position here and claimed it back swiftly. Look at this chance for a shot! He's got away with one there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Beckham. Pele. Kimmich. And here's Haaland. Haaland! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's in on goal. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And here's Batistuta. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Still goalless. Tries to pass it through. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Ball driven towards the far post. He's having a shot! That is produced there, the crispest of hits.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in
Oh, smashing header! Goal! Barcelona! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, he's found support out wide. He is through here. It's a good-looking delivery. Now that's well seen too. Beckham. And it's Belletti. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that was vital.
Added time.
Messi. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution for Milan, number 18, Erling Haaland.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Number 11.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Tele? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Belletti. Now, can they get him away? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Mbappe, big chance! He's got a goal! AC Milan are all square. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
He can get that clear. Deep cross. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And smartly reclaimed. And Messi! That was superb goalkeeping.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And that has found him in acres of space. Oh, that's fabulous. Drive, great chance! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Can he get it through? Amrabat.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Shoots! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared away. Cross goes in there. Terrific header. Oh no, that could be a costly miss. Amrabat is there and he can pick it up. Can he get on the end of this? In towards the back stick. Defending of the desperate variety. And the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Has a look and plays it forward. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe shapes to shoot! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substitutions taking place.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. That's that, the end. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
For each block. Please report
Your final
to the
thoughts,
staff room
Jim?
immediately.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then.
Everything here will gravitate towards Jan Koller. He's not the fastest or the most sophisticated, but he holds up play so strongly.
And if you've got him in the side, you're going to play to him.
Very much.
Messi!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking for the run. That is a crunching tackle. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Oh, it's unfortunate. Took a touch off the defender, and that can happen.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Haaland. It's Asa! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Milan with the corner, they're first. India are looking to go forward now. Haaland.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And it's Azar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now who's going to be first to this? Van de Ven. Milan are behind here despite their domination of possession. Pirlo is there to clear. And that's put paid to a promising move. Van de Ven. Haaland is sharing after that one. Hazard. That's a cute ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now, can they get him away? And that's been slipped through. And that is as far as they're going to go. Ricci.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Oh, cracking ball. Nedved. Now it's Haaland. Haaland. Quality ball. Collar.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Milan would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake and they've got to move on.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's intervened well there. Looking for options for movement. That is lovely. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Ronaldinho. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's a key interception. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
India are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Amrabat. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Plays a sharp little ball here. A probing pass.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Here it is, crossed in. Can he finish? Oh, that could cost them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
And it's Messi. And here's Azar. Azar stood his ground strongly. Pings in across. And he's quick to snatch. He's going for goal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Caught offside that time.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And that's that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Fellow attendees, this
Your
is a
reflections then,
Wasp
Jim.
Children's
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
There aren't many defenders, Peter, who assist more goals than Andy Robertson here, that's for sure. He's reliable, consistently excellent in what he delivers going forward, and it doesn't really compromise on his defensive duties. A manager's dream in many ways, and a model man, and I would say a model footballer.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Passing is crisp and sharp. David Villa receives it in a good position here. That's a lovely, neat pass. Here's a chance!
Haaland really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Haaland! He's got away! Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's away! That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Zico. It's a goal kick. Still goalless. Makaleli, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Now it's Villa. Ricci. Now, can they get him away? He won't be happy with that one. Raul. Nicely weighted ball. Costa Curta makes the interception. Rice.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. That's a sharp pass. Well, that has not gone well. Azar is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Makaleli. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, no joy this time. Early ball out from the back. Can he get on the end of this? Adams promptly onto... And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Some first half thoughts?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Out to the left it goes, and he's managed to get free. Marquinhos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Raul. Some front-footed pressing going on here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Haaland. Now it's Villa. And this is Zico. Vardiol did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, it's come loose. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here. And he's had a hit! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, he was given an open invitation to try his luck, so why not?
Ricci. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now then, the ball's come loose.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And here's Mbappe.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort. Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Robertson proves just a little bit too... He's got tall! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Substitution for Milan. Number 4, Sunil Chechi.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on the field, number 19, number 22.
Now it's Till, picked out brilliantly. That's a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Amrabat. Now this could... Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Batistuta. Threads one in. Bellingham has it in a wide position. Not the most convincing of passes. And there goes the final whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim? Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Milan.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, you could make a case to say, Jim, that Park Ji-sung is the most successful Asian export ever.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Hugely popular, and it's hard to argue if you look at his record at the very top level. A player with an impeccable work ethic and discipline, and he has the knack of turning up at all the big games too.
That has ended up in no man's land. Great vision, and he's worked it through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Messi. Out to the right. Diogo Costa getting this one clear. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pinches it off him. Hazard. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Isco. Messi. Oh, good-looking ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Batistuta. Paris Saint-Germain finding their passes. Messi. That is good alertness. And he thumps it clear. Messi. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Isco. That is lovely. It's Isco! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Amrabat. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get it through? And that pass just didn't quite work. Isco is the team's great visionary. That's a cute ball. And he's intervened well there. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So the would-be breakthrough moment. 1-0, never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
So the first moment of real significance.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
And he welcomes it in. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good take in a good area. And it's come back out to him. It's in! They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
He's tried one! Worth a try, but not this time.
Xabi Alonso cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Paris Saint-Germain deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Great ball if he can get there. And he shoots! Oh, it's come off the upright. Goal! Milan! And the comeback is complete. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Paris Saint-Germain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, they've got it again.
4 added minutes
And
has
it's
been
Stoichkov.
indicated.
Ricci gets across to intercept that. Costa Curta. Park Ji-sung. Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Isco. So that's it. It is all over. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure.
And if you do have a
Terrific
chance today,
recovery,
please
a
take the time
really
out to give your
fine
support
win
to
that,
our
Jim
best
Beglin.
stadium
This has
supporters.
been a very...